Pendergast on Sports Radio 610. We're having fun. I'm Vanessa Richardson with Cecil Shorts III, and we are joined by John McClain, the legend, the general, talking all things Texans and NFL, presented by Horn Solutions. John, we are so close to what we're calling at 610 Camp Caserio, a.k.a. Texans Training Camp. And we've talked a little bit about some of these storylines involving Deshaun Watson and involving the quarterback position. But other than that, so many moves made by Nick Caserio in the offseason, so many new guys on this roster. To you, what are some of the biggest storylines heading into camp that are not Deshaun Watson related? I know a lot of people thought, okay, NBA without LeBron, without Steph in the finals, it's going to be weird, maybe not a lot of ratings. That has not been the case. And it's been fun. Bucks win game 4, 109-100. 3 series tied now at 2-2 as it heads back to Phoenix. Chris Middleton, unbelievable in the fourth quarter. A 40-point performance, which is a playoff career high for him. Giannis, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, including the block that everybody is calling an instant classic.
It's going to be good for the Texans if they can go out there and get a haul like what the Eagles have.
Absolutely. Cecil Shorts, Vanessa Richardson with you on Sports Radio 610 in for Payne and Pendergast. We're talking about Adam Schefter, who went on a Philly radio station, The Fan to be exact, and said that the Eagles are the team best equipped to handle Deshaun Watson because they have the most assets. And if that trade were to happen, like you said, Cecil, the buku, everything the Texans would get in return, I think would actually make Texans fans excited for the first time in a really, really long time. Wherever Deshaun Watson goes, however you feel about the situation, and I'm not trying to both sides it, I'm just saying, however you feel about the situation, wherever he goes, there's going to be an awkward press conference.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be women's associations that have protests. There's going to be difficult conversations. And again, that's regardless of how you feel about anything, wherever he goes. Now, in some places like Las Vegas, it might be a little less, in Miami for, reasons we don't need to get into right now, certain states, certain policies, whatever. But there's going to be backlash wherever he goes. Philadelphia is one of those teams, like you said, first team to bring Michael Vick back. It's a huge media market, so the athletes there are used to dealing with things. So that could be a good fit for him. And that's one of the teams that, again, was on the radar before allegations came out. Sure. That team was on the radar. Sure. It was 49ers, Miami. I think Kareem Hunt tried to make Denver a thing. I don't know if that'll happen or not. But yeah, this is interesting to hear this in terms of this possibly being a fit, especially when you talk about everything the Texans could get back, because they are in rebuild mode. They're in straight rebuild mode.
Yeah, they're really in rebuild mode.
Get together, that's the deal. All right, let's bring it in. Come on, guys.
Monty Williams, Suns head coach. Man, I would run through a brick wall for that guy. That was so good. Again, the Suns lose. They're 2-2. They're heading back home. And he had really nothing but positive things to say. I love that quote, everything great is on the other side of hard, or something like that. Man, that was awesome.
Yeah, he is somebody I would love to play for.
Payne and Pendergast, I'm Vanessa Richardson. That's Cecil Shorts. The Texans think they're bad and bougie. We got a press release yesterday, which is pretty standard, pretty typical this time of the year, outlining different days. So when there's media availability for training camp, when there's public practices for camp, and again, this is all leading up to what we're calling at Sports Radio 610, Camp Caserio. But there was an interesting caveat, and I'm going to read you verbatim from the press release. Quote, new this year, public practices will be open exclusively to season ticket members as a benefit for their support of the Houston Texans team. Season ticket members will be contacted at a later date with instructions on claiming their tickets for this year's training camp presented by Xfinity. The general public will also have the opportunity to register for a chance to win limited tickets. Okay, so the first thing that I saw was the joke, and maybe half joke or whatever, of people saying, who cares? The Texans are bad. Who would want to go to training camp? I saw that a lot. I get why people said that. There's no JJ. There's no DeAndre. More than likely no Deshaun. More than likely no Deshaun. So why would people go? The answer is it still matters and people do care because people are still going to go. If we know one thing about the NFL, people watch regardless. Everyone says people are going to stop watching the NFL because of political, social. No, people still watch the NFL. People still go to training camp. Even when the teams are really, really bad, people still go to training camp. The other reason it matters is because casual Texans fans, the people that are living in Houston and aren't happy with the way things are going, so they're casual fans, and maybe they don't have a lot of money. Maybe they can't swing season tickets. They still want to go. They want to go 1, maybe 2 days, take the kids. Kids are out of school. Yeah, they're not going to meet J.J. Watt or Deshaun Watson, but they'll meet they'll meet Jacob Martin. They'll meet some collie wearing, whatever, and they'll still get a picture. And that kid still wants an autograph. So it matters. This matters. The other reason it matters, bullet point number 3, if any team can afford to be exclusive, it's not the Texans. They're not winning. I mean, if you had a list of all of the teams that could afford to do this, and by afford, I don't mean money. I mean like all the issues they've had. The Texans might be in the bottom 3.